My author is Tom Perrotta. Perrotta was born August 13th, 1961, in Garwood, New Jersey. From an early age, his passion for literature was apparent, as he grew up reading the works of J.R.R. Tolkien and John Irving. In high school, he decided to pursue a career in writing. His school had a magazine called Pariah, for which he wrote several short stories that took the student body by storm. After high school, Perrotta decided to chase his dream of becoming a writer in college. He elected to attend Yale and received his B.A. in English in 1983, and later received an M.A. in English/Creative Writing from Syracuse. His professor at Syracuse, Tobias Wolff, served as a role model for Perrotta, who strove to write using the same, quote, comic writing and moral seriousness as his professor. After graduating, Perrotta worked menial jobs such as proofreading magazines during the night shift. In 1991, Perrotta married Mary Granfield, and they now have two kids, Nina and Luke, 17 and 14 respectively, living with their parents in Boston. Perrotta found the presidential election of 1992 riveting. It was a three-candidate race between Clinton, Bush, and Ross Perot. This presidential race inspired his writing of Election, the story of an intense high school presidential election in 1993. The novel is a black comedy that the San Francisco Chronicle called a, quote, darkly eerie and winning new novel, written based on the style of his former professor, Tobias Wolff. But it took 6 years for Election to be published. Perrotta proved people wrong when the novel was made into a film less than a year after it was finally published. His first book was published in 1994, a collection of short stories titled Bad Haircut Stories of the 70s, which served as Perrotta's coming out party of sorts when the Washington Post called it, quote, more powerful than any other coming-of-age novel. This shows his versatility as a writer because, in addition to writing award-winning novels, Bad Haircut garnered national attention, and his short story, The Smile on Happy Chang's Face, was elected to be included in the Best American Short Stories 2005. He is also versatile in that he writes about many different topics and varying themes, such as religion, morality, justice, etc. One thing that does not change in Perrotta's writing is his unique use of characters. He creates each with a fatal flaw without the intention of personal growth, but rather the intention of consequence. In the mid-90s, he earned a job as a creative writing professor at Harvard, so he could share his passion for literature and writing with the next generation. In 2004, his most famous novel was published, Little Children, which I had the privilege of reading. The novel was featured on numerous Best Books of 2004 lists, was a New York Times bestseller, and in 2006 was made into an Academy Award-winning film. People magazine called him, quote, the rare writer equally gifted at drawing people's emotional maps and creating side-splitting scenes. Again, similar to Tobias Wolff. Elements of Wolff's writing can be seen in this novel as well, as Perrotta uses comic relief on a few occasions in this racy novel. The main characters in this novel are adults leading the lives of dramatic high school kids, thus the title Little Children. In this book, Perrotta delves deep into moral issues that other authors tend to either shy away from or describe in less detail, such as adultery, abuse, and crime. When you think of American authors, the name Tom Perrotta typically doesn't come to mind, and I don't see why not. His novel, Little Children, captivated me more than anything I've read from guys like Mark Twain or Ernest Hemingway, who wrote Old Man and the Sea, which could have been the worst book I've ever read. That's my opinion. So when you talk about great American authors, toss Tom Perrotta on the list. Thank you.